Good morning, everybody. Here we are again. My name is MAURIZIO ROMOLI, and we're talking on this video today, in this beautiful summer morning. We talk about chapter 30, I would say. Exactly, chapter 30. The book is, this is the Italian version, A Way to Balance. So, why have I decided to put a chapter called FAQ, the FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions? I've noticed that almost everywhere we can find this on sites, for example, or especially on the web. We can find this link where you can click and you can see at the most frequently asked questions, so you avoid disturbing them with personal question, because you just go there and see what they have already answered to many other questions. So I thought maybe it's something nice that we can do something similar at the end of the book. So I made this chapter so that you can go through it and see if there's some issue of interest for you. And you can see what do I think about it, or what the book thinks about it. So, for example, the first question that I imagine that people would have asked: why should I follow the Tao? And the answer is, there's no reason why you should. It's a very simple fact in Taoism, or in Taoism as you want to call it. We are all, anyhow, we are all in an evolution. No matter what. Even if we are killing someone, or we are doing very bad things, polluting the planet, torturing animals, and destroying things that other people took so much time to build, and behaving badly. Even if we're doing this, we are. Even if you're a serial killer, it doesn't matter. Connected with gangs, with mobs or something like that, it doesn't matter. We are on an evolution. Doing all these things, good things, bad things, it's up to us. We make this walk, this path, and this path will bring us to a goal, an objective. And what is the objective that we're looking for? Even if we don't know it, if we don't acknowledge it. What is this objective? Perfection. It's very simple. There are no judges, there isn't anyone who condemns us. We condemn ourselves, our actions, and we do not accept at some point certain mistakes that we made in the past, so we try to fix things. We go look for that person and we try to solve the problem, give a compensation, try to do something good, very good, so that we can erase our mistake with that person, with that being, with that situation. So, it's natural, it's something that comes without being. because we want, it's not an act of altruism, it's an act of selfishness, because we want to stay, to be happy, to be happy of life. So, and we understand we can't be knowing that we did something wrong with that person in that situation, in that case. And that's why we try to solve all those problems that we helped create. And but we are on an evolution anyway, so it is not necessary to follow the Tao. We are in the Tao. Tao means the way. The way to where? The way leads somewhere, to perfection. So we all are in a way of perfection. And so we shouldn't feel compelled or forced to follow a certain route. We have to choose the route. And even if we choose a wrong one, and wrong in this case means that we make a longer path. Even if it's a wrong one, it's a right one. Because anyhow, we are like in a mountain, a great mountain, very big mountain. Let's say the Himalayas. And this great mountain has many points of access to the top. Everybody wants to go to the top. Top is perfection. And to get to the top, we need to go through many different situations. There are, if you go with a guide, you want to reach the top of the Mount Everest, you take a guide, and he will lead you for the easier path, if you ask so. So you say, I'm not an expert. Okay, there is a way, pretty easy. Many people can do that. But there are so many different ways, and many ways to go up there are very difficult. Some ways are impossible for a human being. So we can understand that that's the same. There are different paths, and in some cases, to get to this top, that is perfection, we choose some wrong paths. And we have to go back. Exactly like in a hike in a mountain. You have to go back, and the same route you went, you have to go back. And we have all the time in the world, like the song. We have all the time in the world, we can do it. We don't do it in this life, no matter, no problem. We can do it in the next life, or in 10 lives, or in 1,000 lives. So, the main fact is that we should feel an interest in the book. There is no must. I have to follow this path. I have to follow the Tao. I have to make the exercises. I must follow a certain... No. There is no certain... There is no certainty. We are trying to make up the way as we go. Apart from very few individuals that show clearly that they know the path. But I'm not one of them. I'm just a follower, and I, as everyone else, I just try to take what is good in different worlds, in different religions, in different paths, and try to make my own way. But using what other people have invented and discovered. So the main fact is to feel once again this unity with this. You see this insect that is flying on my face? We are together. We are brothers. We are part of the same life. So if we want to feel this sensation of unity, you see, it's flying on my face because I am life. He is life. We're all life. This is very important that we understand. This fact is very important because if we feel this, sure, I think he wants to bite me, or just he wants to stay around me, feel some smell or something that interests him. It doesn't matter. The main fact, I also can kill him if I want to. I do like this. But the main fact is that I remember, even if I kill him, even if I allow him to bite me, even if I enjoy his company, the main fact is that I remember that we are one, that I live here because he lives here. And in this way, we cannot feel the division that many, many religions have created, convincing the people that we are the ones, we are the elected, we are the best, everyone else is stupid or evil in some cases. That creates hatred. And when you hate someone, you can do horrible things, and you do them thinking that you're doing a pleasure, something good to God, to perfection. But if we ask ourselves, but is this guy breathing? Yes, he is. And the other guy, the other person that belongs to another group, another religion, another philosophy, another movement, another political movement, it doesn't matter. Because these forces, they want to divide us. The more divided we are, the less easy it is to conquer us, to manipulate us, to use us. That's why we have to join forces. That is very important. But remaining an individual. That's it. We don't have to lose our individuality because we are part of a group. And our group should be mankind, should be animal world. We are animals. Biosphere, the life on this planet. We are all part of this group. So, the main fact is that we should feel this communion with every human beings. And if we do this, we join forces. So what I don't see, what I am not able to accomplish, you're able to accomplish. But we join forces like with the internet. I have a program or something, I share it with you, and you share yours with me. At the end, we have double our database. So, same way we should do with everything. So if we think in this way that we are all on the path of evolution, surely we defend ourselves when we are really attacked, as I have said in the book, but also we feel this communion with the humans and with everything that is alive on this planet. And we get to the point that we feel this communion also with minerals, because we are part of minerals. This body is made from minerals that I took from the minerals of this planet. So at least I should be grateful to this planet, to the rocks, because I am made out of these rocks. And everything, all this trees and birds and everything is me. So you see this, if we see at the world with these eyes, if we look at the world, we with these eyes, you cannot think I'm on the right path and everyone else is on the wrong path. You don't do that because we are like a family. Maybe you can be sorry because a brother of yours is not doing the right thing, but you try to persuade him gently. But if he doesn't understand, you don't stop loving him. You keep on loving him because he's your brother. That's what you should think about. So, there is no need to go back to the question, why should I follow the Tao? There is no reason why you should. We are on the path of evolution anyhow. But if we wanted a shortcut, this book should be a shortcut to perfection. So we wanted to make things a little bit more fast. Or another question is, should I change my religion? Why you should do something like that? We were raised, we developed in a certain religion, believe in certain things. We are doing, with this book, we are doing something completely different. The example that I make is, if you want to fly, you do not despise your shoes, the shoes that you have used for many, many years. You thank your shoes, but you try to go on an airplane if you want to fly. We get something different. And you can go with your shoes on the airplane. You don't have to throw them away. Many times I felt these kind of forces. When we do something, we have to destroy what we've done before. We have to say to the world, I'm done with all that. Because now I am new, I am different. I have chosen this woman, this man, I have chosen this political party, I have chosen this group, this political group, or this army group or something. It doesn't matter. It's a mind game. We want to demonstrate our loyalness, our loyalty to that particular group. So I am communist or fascist or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Christian or not 100%, 200%. Okay, it's a mind game. We like to play these games. We can do this, but it's pointless because we are what we are, and it depends on. We wouldn't do that on a desert island. So we do that because there are other people clapping to our words, to our loyalty. And what's the point in all this? This is the path that we are pushed to follow by many forces, inside and outside of us. Divide et impera, said the ancient Romans. And they know many things. They knew many things. And one is this: if you want to dominate someone, you have to divide. If you want to dominate a certain people, you have first to divide those people. And then you go and make war. Or you manipulate them very easily. But if they are united, difficult, very difficult to rule them. So we always have to remember this game, that these forces inside of us and outside of us are playing with us. And in this game, the group spirit, so the spirit that comes out of a group, any kind of group, that pushes us to feel very happy that we are part of the group, but also to despise who is not in that group. And that's the division. That's what we should avoid. We can be in a group, we can feel the strong, the mutual help that comes from this kind of experience, but we shouldn't fall into this very common mistake to hate who is not part of the group. Because it depends how large is your view. The group goes on until all the universe is inside the group. So, it's important that we feel this communion with everything. And in this spirit, we shouldn't, for sure, change religion. It doesn't have any sense. We should add something to our knowledge. We always add things. We do not erase things and then we put something else inside of us. We make an experience, we learn. Let's make an example. We learn Italian, as I did when I was a little kid, and then you learn English. Not so much, but anyhow. And you do not forget Italian. It's very rare. And then you learn Spanish or Chinese or Japanese or whatever it is. So we add knowledges all the times. Even if we sometimes we forget things, there is something inside of us, and in certain occasions it comes out. And the same happens with all our experiences. And that's why we shouldn't despise anyone, because we probably did in the past the exact experiences that that person is doing right now. How can I despise him if I was doing the same things just a little time ago? So we always have, that's why someone said always forgive, always be gentle. What should I eat? There's the chapter dedicated to that. Or what do you think about music? And so on. And you can find a lot of answers. What do you think about drugs, alcohol, smoking? Working too much is a bad habit. And do you think it's better to have a partner or not? Why should I can't find a partner? I'm looking for a partner, but I'd like some suggestion about how to choose him or her. And there is some, for every question. I'm gay. Your book talks about women and men, so males and females. It looks a bit homophobic, and then there is my answer. So, I'm a vegan. I like many things that you say, but you talk about spirit and God and freedom from pain, and then you suggest to eat animals. And in this way you justify their sufferings. And then there's my answer. You can find many answers to many things on this chapter, quick answers, and many times there is a connection to the chapter where you will find the answer, the complete, let's say so, answer to your question. And there is a certain point where I explain how to be a good parent. Not easy task. Mission impossible. And there's a certain point, I can't find it right now, but we write something and we don't know it exactly. And at a certain point, I made up a question. Like, do you have some form of magic ritual that can allow me to obtain things? And I explained the ancient Taoist system, but there are also other systems. The main fact that I want to share with you is the awareness that we have to take care to think well before desiring something. When we desire something, when we want something, sooner or later we're gonna get it. And if it's something good for our evolution that shorten our path, it's okay. But if it's something bad that makes us a detour on our path, makes us do a detour, makes our way longer and more difficult, we will have to live with the consequences of our desires. So it's very important that we should, especially if we use this method of the 3 lines, like in the a position, a step of the dance of the 8 winds, the position, the step that is called the sky, success, accomplishment. And we have these 3 lines, the 3 yangs, that are the trigrams of sky, of success, of everything that comes to a fulfillment in some way. But if we use this system, it's even more likely that we will get what we want. So we must take care to know exactly if what we want is good for us. Otherwise, we can give us something bad. There is no drama, there is no horrible consequences in this, but we can add pain to our life. So we should think well before doing the trick. So, what can I tell more? In this beautiful morning, I will salute you and hope the best for you, and see you with the next video. If there will be a next video. We never know what happens. So long.